Stevie, what was your overall take of today's game?
We set out a team with a game plan to make it difficult for Celtic, and I think for large periods of the game, Scott, we did. Out of possession, I think we caused them more problems with the ball in the first half. We didn't really get any momentum, waves of attack, chances of goal in the second half that that pushed us up further to try and maybe nick a goal. You're playing against a quality side, but for the way we set up after, which has been a really turbulent week for them, I said that in there. There's no fault in anybody. We can't fault them and praise them enough for the way they stuck to the game plan. As I say, without the ball, we just need to try and be better when we get it.
You talk about that game plan. I don't think conceding a goal within the first 60 seconds is within that game plan. How pleased and proud were you to see the kind of battling character that the team showed to get themselves back into the game?
No, delighted with that, because to lose a goal at any time against Celtic or any of the Old Firm is difficult. I remember the game here early in the season where we started really, really well. I think we hit the woodwork a couple of times, and then they go and get the goal, and you just feel the whole energy getting sucked out of you. We felt really positive in the dressing before the game, and the place seemed buoyant, and that the players were looking forward to it. They have been all week, and then it's just something busting a balloon. They get the goal, and it's like, oh, here we go. But as I say, I can't fault them the way they reacted to that. You know, they got themselves together, they stuck together, and they go and get a really good goal, and you just want to then to try and see if you can go kick on again and maybe get something else. But lose a second goal, something we need to analyse and make sure we get better at. But overall, in terms of the performance, reasonably pleased, but tons for us to work on.
You spoke earlier in the week about wanting to reconnect the fan base and everyone within the club as well. The easiest way to do that is the players putting in a shift and a performance. Do you think that's what happened today?
I can certainly say there was a shift in a performance, and I think the boys and girls and men and women in the stand certainly saw that with their reaction. And the players were speaking about half time. We're 2-1 down at half time, and we're really disappointed. But there was an energy about them. They knew that they had something in them to hopefully try and get something else, and that comes down for the stands as well. They felt that, and they knew that they wanted to make sure they kept giving that back. I think they did. Obviously, one or two have left before the end, but for the players to be able to go around against a quality opposition and get the ovation from whatever fans were left is great for them, because we need to keep that positivity, not just inside the building, but certainly with the fans. And it felt like everyone this afternoon was pulling in the same direction, and for this football club, that's what we need.
One positive today, I'm sure, is game time for both Plange and Dixon, who came off the bench signing yesterday. Was that always the idea, to try and kind of build up their minutes here?
Well, it was. We thought at one point that we'd need to maybe be looking to try and get a goal. Look, Plange came on up front, and be fair to Luke, I don't think we got a great deal of quality to him, or even anything for him to run in behind and to put them under a little bit of pressure. But it was good to get them on, it was good to get them integrated with the squad. I think Will Dixon, we've asked Will to go and play as a number 8, then he's changed and played as number 10, and I think he showed little flashes of coming out of tight areas with the ball, and he looks as though he's a good player. Special mention to the the 3 new lads with Ellery in the goal. Had some really good saves. He sets us off in attacks with that fantastic kick out he's got. Dominic Thompson was all out, you know, and he kept working really, really hard. He was cramping, but just give me a gel, I'll be fine. That's the spirit we need. And I thought Luke Armstrong just ran himself into the ground, and along with the rest of the team, like young Tawander up front there as well, the back 3, everybody gave us everything they had, but his willingness to work and go and put defenders under pressure was great, and that's what we'll certainly need going forward.
No game next weekend. What does the plan look like for you? Obviously, you're taking this team training next week, just everything as normal as possible? As
normal as possible, yeah. We'll analyse the game on Tuesday. We'll see where we can get better. We've got 3 really tough days after that, where it'll just be constantly working on things that we need to improve on, but there'll be a physicality to it as well. We need to try and stay as fit as we can and work the players as hard as we can. Really disappointed with no game next weekend, because it would have been great going into a Scottish Cup game buoyed by a decent performance, but it's something now we need to put that to the back and look forward to the Ross County game in a couple of weeks.
Thanks for your time, Stevie.
Cheers, Scott.